Hello, my name is Kevin Gilmore with the National Weather Service New Orleans Baton Rouge office located in Salado, Louisiana. This is your weekly weather briefing for Thursday, March 18th. Starting off with the situation overview, quiet and overall very pleasant weather today and continuing all the way through the upcoming weekend and early next week. We may have some clouds around at times, but generally speaking, temperatures a little bit below normal and really comfortable and nice. Next rain chances will arrive on Tuesday, however, and that'll be another storm system across the area, and then maybe even another storm system thereafter through late week. Minor flooding continues across the Mississippi River at Red River Landing, and then also Pearl River near Bogalusa is expected to go into flood stage this weekend, which we'll talk about more here coming up. First, a quick overview of what happened yesterday with the widespread severe weather we saw on Wednesday. Well, we did have one very small tornado up across Wilkinson County, up across our far northwestern parts of our area, just north of Woodville. We had a lot of videos and even some pictures too of this tornado when it crossed just north of Woodville. Overall, we did see some high winds go across just south and east of Baton Rouge that caused some damage, and then also some widespread wind damage all across Washington Parish from what's called a bow echo on radar, which is just an echo on radar that happens to have a lot of high wind with it. As it raced across the entire area across to the east, and we saw some high winds also across the marine areas, but generally speaking, a lot of people saw just again some high winds and some very heavy rain, and overall wasn't really that bad when it comes to widespread tornadoes, which is some great news there. So overall speaking, this was just generally a high wind event with some heavy rain across the area. Beautiful today, like I just was talking about. We saw areas highs in the mid to upper 60s, even a few lower 70s. Generally speaking, around 10 to 15, maybe even more than that, degrees warmer than yesterday. We know it was really warm and muggy yesterday, but today, definitely a breath of fresh air with bright, beautiful blue skies across the area. But what about the weekend? What about tomorrow and then coming up through Saturday and Sunday? Well, we'll see some clouds increase overnight tonight, especially throughout the day on Friday. Partly to mostly cloudy skies can be expected with, again, mild temperatures in the lower 60s. After that will be after a relatively cool morning tomorrow morning with lows in the 40s. But we actually see a little bit of a moderation trend, which is some great news going into Saturday and Sunday. We'll be getting close back to 70 degrees on Sunday, and it'll be a little bit still chilly in the morning, but overall, maybe we'll start to see some sunshine return in full force, especially by on Sunday. Next rain chances, that's going to be early parts of next week. And now on Monday, we will see generally partly cloudy skies and relatively warm temperatures. But a storm system is going to be developing back to our west yet again, which will be sending thunderstorms towards parts of Arkansas, maybe into Texas during the day. So Monday, we're not expecting any type of like widespread rain chances. However, on Tuesday, that's when we see that storm system is going to be approaching a little bit closer from the west. And we'll see some thunderstorms and maybe some strong to maybe possibly severe thunderstorms back off to our northwest approaching our area. Typically, it's going to be around the midday hours on Tuesday, maybe midday, afternoon, and evening hours, possibly even around the same time of the severe weather we saw yesterday. So something to keep kind of keep a heads up on. We're not 100% sure about the idea of severe weather just yet, although we can't rule out some strong storms. And we're just going to have to kind of get a little bit closer to the event before we can actually determine the exact specifics of, if there's going to be any type of threats with the system. So stay weather aware on Tuesday. Next rain chances beyond that. That storm system, as you see, really doesn't move much. That front locks up back to the west. And we'll see another storm system kind of right along that boundary move up to the north. And then we'll see thunderstorms increasing on Wednesday, primarily late Wednesday. So most of Wednesday should be fine. Cloudy skies, maybe partly cloudy skies. But generally speaking, what we'll be seeing is some increasing rain late in the day, and especially on Thursday, all those thunderstorms will be racing up north along this frontal boundary. So there's another chance of rain when it comes later parts of next week. So keep that umbrella handy, and be aware that we may be dealing with a few rounds of heavier rain as we go throughout next week. So we're talking about the 7-day totals here. Generally speaking, 1 to 3 inches of rain across the area, with higher amounts likely for the northern parts of the area. Be aware that there could be locally higher amounts, of course, depending on the eventual storm track. Of course, small-scale features like any type of training thunderstorms that could lead to even possibly even locally higher amounts. So we'll wait for that as confidence will get higher as we get closer into the early parts of next week. So, as promised, we're going to talk about some of the river flooding that's ongoing. First, the Pearl River near Bogalusa. We are seeing some increases right now, now at 14.6 feet as I do this late Thursday night. And we're going to be expecting this to continue up through into action stage and even in a minor stage as we get up towards the early parts of Sunday. So early Sunday, we'll be getting into minor flood category. And for right now, the current forecast is going to be 18.5 feet cresting Monday morning. Of course, that could be some fluctuations with this forecast. But from there, after that, we are expecting a slow and steady decrease. However, be aware that this only includes 48 hours of future rainfall. If there is going to be future rainfall Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, as we just discussed, be aware that there could be some fluctuations or it could go back higher. Again, just keep checking back with the latest river forecast for this area. Mississippi River at Red River Landing. Of course, this has been steadily increasing over for a while now. Generally, it's going to be around the kind of a nearly steady forecast all the way, possibly all the way through March, going up all the way maybe even to early April as well, just staying in that minor flood stage category. So here's a summary of what we were just discussing. Quiet and overall very pleasant weather. We saw that today, and it'll continue tomorrow, maybe with some increasing clouds, however. But very nice weather going up all the way through the weekend and maybe even early next week through Monday. The next rain chances will arrive on Tuesday with the next storm system and possibly another storm system thereafter through later parts of next week. Minor flooding continuing along the Mississippi River at Red River Landing, like we just showed, and the Pearl River near Bogalusa will increase the flood stage late this weekend and into early next week from the recent heavy rains across the area. That's it for your weekly weather briefing, and I hope you have a great weekend and great week.